Hi guys, so for today's video I just wanted to do a simple get ready with me, just an easy go-to makeup. I did want to try out some foundations and products that I haven't used in a while, you know, with new things coming out, and then I'll go try it out. And then sometimes I do get super obsessed with a certain foundation or a certain product, and I won't stop using it and I forget about the rest that I have in my collection. So these are, I purchased these pretty recently, but I do have a go-to foundation, so I haven't been able to stop using that one. But I wanted to dive right back into these and try them out again. I've only used both of them, I've just used them once, so I kind of wanted to try them out again. If the colors are about, well, hopefully similar, I can do like half my face with one foundation and the other half with the other. So the foundations that I'm talking about are the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Serum Foundation. I heard Kathleen Lights talk about it, saying that this was really good for dry skin. I have super dry skin, so I was hoping that this one would really work. The first time that I tried it, it did look very luminous, which is what I loved. And then the other one is the Burts Bees Goodness Glows Foundation, and I think she also mentioned this one in her foundations for dry skin or something like that. So I decided to pick them both up. I did use this only once again, and I don't remember how it, well, like how the finish really was or how I felt it on my skin, because again, I have super dry skin. But yeah, other products that I also just completely forgot about, because once you're used to a certain, sorry, I have like a lash over here. Once you're like, you try a certain thing and you're just like hardcore on it. But anyways, I wanted to give the Villans from ColourPop collection, this is the one in Cruela, another shot. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty. I think the only thing I do remember about this, it was it being very glittery, which I don't like glittery highlights, so I don't know. We'll give this a second chance. And then I do want to dive right back into my Natasha Denona. This is like a small palette. This is the mini Lila palette, and I'm honestly just going to use these two. I just want something soft and natural for today. But I have used the more purpley blue tones, and they are pretty. But again, I haven't been wearing any eyeshadow because I do have lash extensions, so I don't really like to put too much shadow on my eyes or too much product on my eyes, so that's why. And then another thing that I completely have forgotten, this is like old school, this is the BECCAx with Jaclyn Hill. This is the face palette, the Champagne Collection face palette, and this is what it looks like. And I've been into blush again, which is weird because I hated blush for so long, but I'm kind of liking it now, and I wanted to give it a try. So if this one seems too glittery, I'll probably use the highlights on here as well. And that's really kind of the only new ones. Oh, and then of course, actually, the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I stopped using this one because I started using my Marc Jacobs or my my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow. So I stopped using this one, but I do remember I love this one, so I'm going to give this one another shot. And I think that's really it for new, or not new, but trying to see if I love them or not products. So I'm just gonna get started. I have nothing on my face except my eyebrows. My eyebrows are somewhat done, so I'm just going to jump in. I am going to use my favorite combination of primers. First, I'm gonna start with the Olehenriksen. This is the Banana Bright Face Primer. I love this stuff. I cannot stop using it. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Moisturizer wise, I already had something on earlier, which is my fresh hydrating face, the rose one, my favorite. Okay, so then the next primer that I like to use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I love this. This is the best. Also a recommendation from a purchase from Kathleen Lights. She said this is what she uses for, because she has dry skin as well. So I was like, Now I do add a little bit of concealer before I do my foundation. That's just personal preference. This packaging is like the worst packaging ever. Oh, seriously. But I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away liquid concealer. This is in the shade 7. It is a little bit dark for me, but I do make it work. Now this isn't the best concealer, honestly. I got a little breakout right here. Excuse that. Let's ignore it. It's not the best, but I am trying to use it up because it's expensive. So, and it has horrible, that sounded weird. It has horrible packaging. Like, I cannot get it open. It's really hard to open it up. The formula on this one is not too matte, but it's not dewy. Oh, I'm also actually gonna try a different concealer today. Let's see how that goes, because I forgot to mention it, because this is more matte, and this is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. So I'm gonna try it out, see how it is, because I know that from what I've been hearing is that it's matte, and I don't do matte, so maybe not setting it, it'll be okay for my skin. So let's go on to foundation. So I'm gonna see if I can do one side each. This is the Burts Bees foundation in the shade, what shade are you in? Oh, Soft Honey. So I'm just going to apply that to this side. That was just one pump, and that was a lot. The smell, not my favorite scent, but I don't really care about smells on foundation, really. Like, they don't bother me. The way that I can tell a foundation is not gonna be good for me is right here on the temples. I'm super dry on my temples, and any foundation that I wear that is not going to be good for me, automatically, like, you can start seeing like flaking. So let me see. So yeah, it's not the best. I mean, it's been worse with other foundations. Nope, it's making that worse. I'm gonna have to buff that in really good. What the hell is that? Okay, that helped a little bit. But you can see, I don't like full coverage foundations. I should have mentioned that. I'm not a full coverage person. But this is looking pretty good. This red pigmentation that I have here, nothing seems to cover it, not foundation alone at least. So I do eventually have to go in and spot conceal that one after. So now I'm going to use the number 7 Lift and Luminate. This is in the shade Warm Beige. And I'm going to do that on this side. Oh, this one seems more neutral than the other one. The other one seemed more yellow toned, so I'm just gonna blend that in as well with the sponge. This is the only way I ever apply foundations, really, with a sponge, and this is my favorite sponge. This is the Real Techniques Face and Body. So this one's way more dewy. I don't know if you could tell. See all that dew? This one is, but not as much as this side. But I did get more coverage with the Burts Bees. But I didn't have any flaking on my temple with the number 7, so that's good. I'm gonna add a little bit more. That was 1 pump. Now I'm gonna add like half a pump to this side just to add a little bit more coverage, just a tad bit. And that still didn't cake up right there, so that's good. So there's the foundations. So far they look really nice. I mean, I like them both. Okay. Moving on to concealer. I'm gonna use the No Filter concealer from ColourPop. I don't really do much highlighting. I don't conceal for highlighting purposes. I don't like that look. At least not for me. I just do it to cover a little bit. I like a shade that's basically almost as close as my skin tone. This one seemed a little bit darker, but actually not too bad. Trying to get into those inner corners. It's kind of hard when you have lash extensions. Whatever's left, I'll go on top of. And then I'll blend it in with my fingers right in there. And then I'll. Okay, so that is concealer, foundation, primer, and everything. So let's move on. I am going to use a cream blush just because I do love cream blushes. Since I'm going to keep everything so neutral with the eyes and everything, I do want to have a little pop of on my blush. I usually go for the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. These are the blush and lip products, and this is in Glistening Peach. I use this one most of the time. But today, I kind of feel like using this one, which is Sparkling Rose. And I just take it on my finger. And I dab it in with my finger, and I blend it in with my finger. Just like that. I think it's like a healthy glow. I usually do these just alone, without having to add powder blush on top, but today I want to. I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I'm gonna use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is in Deep, right? Yes, Deep Bronzer. So for my bronzer, I'm gonna use this Japanese brush. This is a contour brush, and I'm going to push this product into my skin so I don't move the foundation. And I'm going to also put it on my temples. And a little bit on my nose, whatever's left. Oh, itchy. I get itchy. Oh my god, I hate that. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like when you start putting on foundation or makeup, it's like your face gets itchy somehow, and it's like, why are you itchy all of a sudden? Like you weren't before. Okay, so that's all the bronzer that I'm going to do. I don't want to go too heavy with that. For blush, I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild brush right here. It's an angled brush, and I'm going to go in with, I don't know what color. I kind of want to try this one right here, which is, let me see, Rose Quartz. So let's, I think it's Rose Quartz. So let's It's a pretty shade. It's a really pretty shade. And now it looks like I went ham, right? Gonna go in with this there's another Japanese brush. It has nothing, and I'm just going to blend that in together. You can always just grab a powder. I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury. It looks more heavy on camera than it does in my mirror, so, but still. I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is her AirBrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. I'm just gonna get a little bit of that just to tone that down. I made that area now. Oh, it's flawless though. It is flawless. It does look flawless, but now it's too much. But it's okay. So let's try this Cruela highlight. There's two brushes I like for highlight. Honestly, it's the Real Techniques. This is the setting brush. And I also love the Japanese fan brush. So honestly, either one, I love them both. So let's go in with this. Yeah, definitely more on the glittery side, but it's still a really pretty highlight. I might still add one of the Jaclyn Hills with Becca on top, because like, why not, right? Looks really pretty. So let's get I'm gonna use the fan brush. I like the shade Prosecco Pop. It's a little bit more golden, and this one's a little bit more pinky gold, and that one's Champagne Pop. I'm gonna go with Prosecco Pop. I haven't used this in so long, honestly. Does look pretty. Okay, so going into the eyes, I don't really put anything on my eyes, like primer or anything. I don't think like I have super pigmented eyelids, so I don't feel like I need to. So I'm gonna go in with the eyes now, and I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona, and this is a Wet n Wild brush. This is just like a crease brush, and I'm gonna take this matte shade right here. Was my brush still wet or something? Okay, so I'm just going to basically apply that all over the eyes. No rhyme, no reason. This is like a quick eye look, not too much thought, but still something. And I'm just blending that all the way into the inner socket right here. I just like bringing my eyeshadow all the way in here. I like it personally. Now I'm gonna go and grab this like champagne gold shade right here, and this is a BH Cosmetics. It came with the set, and this is the number 8. I do like these brushes, and I'm just gonna take that. Oh, it's so creamy. And I'm going to apply that on the lid to add a little bit of a sheen, a little bit of a wet look to the eye. This is like an easy eyeshadow, an eye look if you're like on the go. You're a mom and you just need to look presentable or something. You're running errands but you don't want to look broke. This is what I do, because like I basically put 2 shadows, or sometimes even 1, and that's it. and you know, you look like you tried. Let me actually, now I'm just going to brush through my lashes. I don't apply any mascara, obviously. I see some people do that. I just don't. I'm going to line my lips with the Wet n Wild. This is the Perfect Pout gel lip liner, and this one is Bear to Comment. This is one of my favorites. And I didn't put any like lip mask or any lip balm or anything, because the product that I'm going to be using for my lips is this Lancome something shaker lacquer, something like that. Oh, I'll have the name listed down below of what it's actually called, but this is the Apri-Cute color, and it's like an oil lip product, so it's really hydrating. They don't last, I can tell you that though, but they're so hydrating and so beautiful. And that's what this looks like. See, it's just so juicy and beautiful. I love it. I'm like obsessed with that. And now to finish everything off, I'm going to spray my setting spray. And my setting spray that I've been loving is the Milani Make It Dewy. This is the only setting spray that I honestly use because I love it that much. It is the best for my dry skin. I hate the way it comes out. I really do hate it, but it is a very good product, so I keep using it and I keep buying it. And now I'm just going to grab a clear brow gel. This is for the e.l.f. one, and just clear. And I'm just going to brush up my eyebrows. And so that is it for today for this look. I really actually been enjoying, I'm gonna enjoy these two foundations because they both look so pretty. Obviously the number 7 is more dewy, but I do get a little bit more coverage with the Burts Bees, and it's still dewy, not as much, but it's still good. So I think I'm actually gonna be wearing these more often. Some people might think that this is too much dew. You can go ahead and set this, powder it up. Like I said, I don't, because I love looking like a dewy, oily, hot mess. But yeah, this is how the look turned out. So just simple, just dewy, luminous, glowy skin, juicy lips, and simple eyes. I didn't put anything underneath my my bottom lash line, and I think it looks really good. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. It'll help me. It'll mean a lot to me. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you guys want to see from me, products you guys want me to review or test. I could definitely do that. And I think that is it for today. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.